Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Lucas and today we're going to be building something pretty interesting, right? So as you can see, I'm not using Google Chrome, I'm not using Safari, I'm using the Strawberry browser, which has these little AI agents that kind of look at your every move. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to use this AI agent to kind of create a little product using Lovable, right? And this little product is based on the show. It's basically like a sports show that I used to watch when I was, 13 years old here in the US. It's called PTI, pardon the interruption. And basically what it is, it's a, video rundown show. So I'm going to open it over here so you can kind of get a glimpse of what it is. Maybe something like this is a little bit clearer, whatever. Yeah, so basically what you have is you have these two guys talking and you have different topics, right? So you have the two guys talking different topics. Over here you have Mike Trout, mail time, Nets, Verlander, Cavs. Here you have Angels. So these are all different like main topics, right? And over here there's like this main headline about this specific topic. So right here they're talking about the French Open. More impressive, Nadal or Swiatek, right? So this is kind of like, how it is in a nutshell. And basically you can see over here that you have this guy talking, you have this rundown of these different topics, and then you have a timer when it's finished, right? And then basically they move on to the next topics, right? So it's basically like that. And I just imagined, like, actually the person that gave me the idea, John, he's I made a video with him about 10 days ago or something like that. John gave me the idea of basically doing something like this, but instead of this guy, it's me talking about different topics like Lovable or like Framer and stuff like that. Here are the different names. So you'd see Framer, Lovable, and whatnot. You'd have the countdown, and then you'd say like, oh, okay, if we're talking about Framer, for example, the new Framer workshop tool, right? So it's something like that. That's what I kind of want to build. And I want to use these AI agents inside of the Strawberry browser to kind of understand what this is. And I want to chat with it to really make sure that it understands. I want it to go design something, help me using MagicPath to design something, bring that design into Lovable and start building it off like that. And then hopefully by the end of this video, we have a finished version working where I can basically just, record the video and add it to this video, right? That's all that I want. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I have a bunch of these different companions or agents, however you want to call them. I'm going to create a new one and we're going to give him a name. We're going to call him like, he's the research bro. Okay, he's a research bro. Let's click on create. I have a research girl and all of these other guys, but let's use research bro for today. And basically what we want to do is we can give him some instructions, enter instructions for this companion. We don't really have some instructions now. Maybe we can say, please be straightforward and do not do research until I tell you to do research, right? Because sometimes you tell it to do something and then it like researches a bunch of different pages at the same time and you're like, hey, I'm just asking you something, So let's just save it like that. Memories, we can give it memories afterwards. And then skills, okay, so I have these different skills. I'm gonna give it the prompt library skill, which basically is, it knows how to prompt inside of Lovable. And then we can go later, we can basically see later what type of other skills we can give it. So we're here in MagicPath. Okay, what's the first thing that I wanted to do? Right, I wanted to kind of research, if I'm spelling it right, on ESPN. Okay, so now I'll help you research about PTI. Let me use the research agent to gather comprehensive information about the show. So now it's researching. We can open the steps and kind of read the different steps. So it's starting now. Let's see. All right, research, pardon the interruption, focus on show format and concept, main host when it started. Okay, research chief. We need to conduct comprehensive. Okay, so it's basically chatting by itself. I don't really want it to research so much about these things, right? I really just wanted to research about the show and show format and concept, because that's kind of what I want to replicate in my concept, right? So I can already start writing my follow-up question, which would be, I want to use a very similar concept in an PTI. It's basically a PTI for no coders, or for me, or for my YouTube channel. And then I can just link my YouTube channel somewhere over here. Just open YouTube. Let's write Lucas Marjorie over here. Let's just copy this and paste it over here. And let's go back here. So basically I want to create a tool that allows me to share my screen and edit the content of the different topics I'll be talking about, and let me record the show. So it's still comparing, it's still researching basically, but we can submit this. Okay, so it says, let me help you research and plan this out. First, let me understand PTI's format better. So based on this research, which is pretty short because it's just the format and your request. Now, let's see, I'll help you plan out a similar format using Lovable. Let me check what tools and features might be available to help you achieve this. So let me outline a plan for creating your PTI style show using Lovable. Show format concept. Create a fast-paced discuss show. Okay, technical setup using Lovable. You can use Lovable as an interface to create a list of topics. Okay. Suggested structure, opening, rundown. Would you like me to help you set up a specific episode structure? Create a template for topic organization, research more for optimal YouTube? No. Let's help me explain the concept that I'm trying to build to an AI that is skilled in UX UI design, right? Submit that. Skilled has to be with 2 L's, but my keyboard is a little bit broken. I'll help you craft a clear, detailed prompt. Okay, so project brief, sports style discussion show interface. Create a web-based interface for recording and producing a sports show. Okay, so basically it's not a sports show. So it's not a sports show. It is for me, Lucas Marjorie, and I will be recording my screen, no code topics, right? So that's basically it. So I apologize for the sports heavy focus. Okay, so, okay, now it's searching my YouTube channel. Okay, now it says, I can kind of read that it's understanding it a bit more. Create a streamlined interface for recording and producing quick-paced, informative, no-code content discussions. The format draws inspirations from sports show efficiency, screen recording and display, topic management, time management, visual elements, pre-recording setup. So the revised brief focuses on your specific content. Okay, so let's just copy this. Let's bring it directly into Lovable and paste this already in here. Why not? Just to see what we get. Oh, let me log in, of course, very important. And now we're logged in. Let's submit this. And what I want to do is I want to use MagicPath, which is a great tool built by one of my favorite entrepreneurs, Pietro Schirano. And let's go ahead and paste this. I believe it's going to be too long. I'm just doing this out of curiosity. Let's just submit this. Let's see if it can really understand it. Like I said, it might be a little bit too long. So I'm going to say, let's try to rephrase the idea in one paragraph, let's say. Let's see if it can do it. So I'm creating a streamlined recording interface. Let's copy this. And what I also want to do is I want to, and this is what's cool about this tool, MagicPath, is that you can create different things at the same time. And it's like this infinite canvas type of deal, right? So we can just close this for now, and then we can paste this. And what I want to do is I want to go to this thing, find a nice image like this, copy image, and paste the image here. Can we paste? No. So we'd have to, let's just save the image, And then what we do is we go into here and let's upload the image. And now it's uploading. And also I heard that Lovable is done. So we have one paragraph. I'm just going to try to see how that looks like. Lovable's done. Lovable did it pretty quickly. We have the screen recording area. So camera preview, code snippet. I don't know why we need code snippets. I think it did too much. All right, so that's just one use case. We're gonna just go back and forget about this one. And this was using this first long topic, right? So what we wanna do is we wanna just go here. Let's copy this again, paste this, and I wanna include the image, screenshot. Right? That's what I want to do. Let's include the screenshot. Let's click on submit and see how it goes. I'm going to close this Facebook thing, and MagicPath is still MagicPathing. Let's wait for that to load basically. But yeah, guys, I'm excited to see how this works. All right, and we can also try Replit because why not, right? So I pasted this larger text over here. I'm bringing this over here. I'm going to also include a screenshot like this and click on start building. And we have now our first one in MagicPath. Looks pretty cool. So we have the video over here in the middle, and it is all responsive, which is great. And so no code platform overview, we can record. We have this quick overlays, resources. I don't know why we get these code snippet things. But we have these different timers, and maybe we can use this as a type of, so we have the different topics. I hope that we can edit these topics as well. That would be nice. I think we can. And what we can do here is we can also click on this and try to see how this works, right? So we can add a topic. We can include the minutes. We can do the screen camera split. That looks cool. Yeah, something like this I need. Okay, interview format, tutorial style. And then we can go down here and record. So this is what I like about MagicPath, is that you have this type of style, right? I mean, basically you build something and it works. Like it's like a really high-end prototype. So now let's go back to Lovable because that's pretty much done. And what I can do is I can try to record something. Camera view. Okay, we have different views. Quick presets, current topic, total recording time. Pause this. This might be a little bit too complicated. I really don't like to start off with this being so complicated. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to do it from scratch. What we're gonna do is we're gonna delete this. This looks pretty nice. We're gonna delete this and we're gonna open a new component, and I'm gonna have to tell my little research bro that I want him to basically build this from scratch and not go so deep into the features and all of this. I just want something, and then let's just submit that, because I don't think it's really understanding me. It was building something weird. I'm building a simple recording tool with a sports show inspired overlay. Here's how it works. Users start by clicking record on the camera. During recording, they see their content as normal. When exporting, the video automatically includes a professional overlay layout inspired by PTI's design. Got it. This looks pretty much nice. So let's do this, submit this. Maybe what we can do is we can edit the design of the, like component 1 can be the design of the editor, and component 2 would be the design of the overlay. On this component, design the overlay that will be on the exported video. So, and then what we can do here is we can go back to our dashboard, click on paste, attach that image. I don't know if we should attach that image. Yeah, we can just go like this, image attached. Download. And that's here, I believe, right? Yeah, open. And then we can submit this. And then what we can do here is we can just remove all of this, delete this, go to MagicPath, copy this, and paste this over here. Improve the prompt, and let's start building. It says it's creating the app. And what's cool about Replit is that we have these different suggestions. So implement real-time overlay compositing during recording, yes. Add professional video encoding and export options, yes. Integrate advanced audio processing and noise reduction, no. Develop template system for different broadcast styles, no. But let's just take a screenshot of this just to keep it noted for next time. Maybe we want to add something like that. And let's go to these different places. So we have something now with Lovable. It asked me to record my screen, which I can do that. Sure. Allow to share my camera. Here I am. Okay, it's recording, I guess. So we have different topics, upcoming topics. Boom. Now we're talking about this. And boom, now we're talking about this. And now boom, boom, boom. Okay, now we can stop. Recording stop. Your video with professional overlay is being processed. I can't. Where can I download the video after the recording? Let's ask the chat this, do that. And then look at this. We have this one from Replit, which looks pretty cool. Share my screen, I guess. This visual preview of your app. Okay, so it's still being built, but this looks really nice, actually. And this is kind of how the overlay would look like. I'm just curious to see how the final version would look like at the end. No. So let's go to MagicPath. MagicPath, we have this. Okay, MagicPath, we have this. Looks cool. This is basically like how the overlay would look like. Coming up, these topics, right? We have the host down here, debate who's the NBA MVP. So it's basically just taking my the sports design, right? Let's just delete this one and let's create a new one. And I want to download, I want to design the editor before. Let's just go like that. Design the editor interface. Let's see how that looks like. Let's move that over here. Boom. Let's go. So this looks great. We got this. Add media recorder integration. Enhance user experience. Let's implement the plan. And let's see how that goes. While we wait for that, let's see this. So it started off with a very nice interface, and now we have this big ass icon here. So let's see if that goes away, hopefully, because it was looking really nice. The Lovable one seems to be working really well. It was recording my screen. It's recording myself, as you can see. I think it's also recording my audio, but I don't know if it's really exporting my video and if it's doing this whole overlay thing. If it does that for a first draft, that's fine. If not, then it's not fine. Then we have to reiterate, right? Okay, so now I see Replit is basically everything is there. It's just like this HTML kind of design that is being shown. It's still creating. As you can see, it's not done, so we still have to wait. So let's just be patient here. Now for Lovable, we got this. I would like to, before recording, make sure that this all is set up. So this is recording. Let's talk about these different topics. 8 seconds, stop recording. Now we can download this. The recording is being downloaded. Is it downloaded? No, it's not downloaded. So once I click on the download button for the video recording, it should download to my device. So let's just click on this chat, submit, and let's go back here to see, okay, this is still running. MagicPath, okay, I like the MagicPath editor. Very, very simple, very clean design. We have topics, we have settings, we have these different topics over here. And then this is basically like a video editor kind of view, right? I like this because this is kind of like the overlay of how it's going to look like. We have the main topic down here. We have the timer over here. And then we have these different topics right here on the right. I really like this type of design. And we're going to use this, I think, for the editor mode, right? So props to MagicPath for doing that. I really love MagicPath. I've been using it a lot lately. And well, what does a lot mean? It just came out like a couple days ago. So I've been just using it for a couple of days. But let's see what this says. So current download implementation. What happens when you click download? Create a downloadable URL from the video blog. Creates a temporary anchor. So the video will be downloaded as a WebM. Okay. That's fine. Let's do it. Still nothing. All right, now we're getting this. This looks great too, right? And it'll be interesting to kind of combine this with Replit as well, because I know that you could eventually just copy the code somehow over here, view the code, and eventually bring that into something like Cursor, right? But, all right, and here what I want to do is I want to just basically test this. So let's do the microphone, ready to record, topics, these different topics, great. Preview looks like this. Record, start recording, screen, share. Okay, it's sharing the screen. It's not really sharing me. Recording, let's stop the recording. And then, yeah, there should be the ability to not only record my screen, but also my camera and microphone. So let's just put like a little bullet point. Also, once the recording is complete, I should be able to download the recording. Yeah, let's try it like that. It's very simple, but let's just go. So let's start recording, sharing my Strawberry browser, shares my camera. And there's different topics. Let's just add a topic and let's delete it, add different topics, and let's stop the recording. And now the recording has stopped. Let's download this. Your recording is being downloaded. I still don't get any download. So I'm gonna say once I click to download recording, I mean, it says download started. Your recording is being downloaded, but don't really get any downloads. Just making sure. No, I don't. So once I click to download the recording, I don't get any downloads. Click on send. Let's go to Replit. Replit is still thinking. Let's go to MagicPath. We still have this. Let's close this for now so everything is kind of organized. All right, so let's refresh this. Let's start recording, share, and okay, it's recording. So let's go ahead and talk about different topics. Blah, 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 blah. 6 seconds. Stop recording. Recording complete. Your video is ready for download. Click on submit or click on the download button. I still do not get any downloads. You'll see a detail. Try recording again and then check your browser's developer console. When you click, the logs will show us exactly what's happening up. Okay, so let's do that. So let's publish this. Let's publish this. And let's see why it's not recording. So once I publish this, I'm going to open that custom domain and open the inspect tool, console. I'm going to start recording. Strawberry share, talk about different things, blah, 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 blah. Okay, stop recording. And then we can go ahead and click on this download. So download triggered, it's about to trigger download. Download file, I'm sports recording. Okay, let's just take a screenshot of this. And give it to Lovable and say, this is what the browser console says. So basically Lovable says that everything is working correctly, but it might be something with the browser settings. So what I'm doing is I'm opening Chrome and I'm going to start recording here and enter this full screen mode, allow while visiting the site. Recording started. Let's just close all of these different things and let's stop the recording. And now let's click on download and then it downloads. So it downloads on Google Chrome. It doesn't download. Recording started. And we get something like this, right? We don't get an overlay. We do not get an overlay, but at least it works with the recording. And once we go into Replit, we also get something new. We can start recording, share the screen. Camera, I don't really see anything with my camera. Maybe it's hidden somewhere. I asked it to fix it, but it hasn't. Let's stop the recording. And we can change the format, I guess. If not, we can just try to open this in a new type of browser to test to see if it actually works. I'm just gonna open it here on Chrome. Allow while visiting the site. Allow. Start recording. Entire screen. Share. I think it's sharing my other screen. Let's stop. And let's download. Okay, and we get this also works. I think it's sharing my other screen. Yeah, also works fine with Replit. All right, and basically after like around 3 hours of reiterating, you could create something like this, or you can basically edit different topics, right? You have topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, topic 4, and notice how these things change as well, right? And you can also, for example, choose to open this, right? You can share a specific screen. Let me just share, for example, let me share one of these windows, right? Like the browser. And then what we can do is we can write these different topics, replace the different text in this topic, right? And add different topics while we're recording. So I can go here and click on, for example, record video. And we're recording now. This is just the test of how it looks like with the overlay on the right side and with everything else on the bottom. I can add specific topics. I can delete them as well. And yeah, switch them around just like this. But yeah, after a few hours of iterating and you know, sharpening the knife, so to say, we get something like this that actually seems to work, right? And once that's done, we can go ahead and click on download. And we're recording now. This is just the test of how it looks like with the overlay on the right side and with everything else on the bottom. I can add specific topics. I can delete them as well, and yeah, switch them around just like this. But yeah, after a few hours of iterating and you know, sharpening the knife, so to say, we get. And if you guys want to kind of, you know, dive deep with me into these longer form videos of how I actually build the whole thing, feel free to join the Discord in the link. The link is in the description below. We basically, you know, get together every day during the weekdays, right, Monday through Friday, to kind of build together, talk together, and design together and whatnot. So this, for example, was one of these tools that we built last week together. It took us around, I think, 3 to 4 hours to actually fully build, but at the end we have something like this. Obviously it needs a little bit more refining, but you know, we got something like this, which is pretty cool. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to build along with me with these longer form videos, please feel free to join the Discord. The link is in the description below. And yeah, guys, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.